You've heard of Persian Jewish poets, but have you ever heard about Persian Jewish cartoonists? For as long as the Jews of Iran have been writing epic poems based on biblical stories, there have been other Persian Jews taking those stories and making cool illustrations of them, sometimes in panels, like Calvin and Hobbes, or should I say, Kayvan and Habib. Since Iran was on the Silk Road, many of these cartoons are in a noticeably Chinese and Mongol style, and often even the people in them look more Chinese than Middle Eastern. Let's look at an example from a 1686 cartoon based on a scene from Shahin's Musanameh. The heading here reads, انداختن مادر موسی علیه السلام را در آتش سوزان از ترس فرعون. In this scene, Pharaoh's minions have come to kill the sons of the Israelites. And in order to save her son, Moshe's mother hides the baby Moshe in a tanur oven. به خانه در نبود آن لحظه امران. به گلکاری بدو غمگین و حیران. چو خبد شنود از هوش رفتش. تو گویی عقل و صبر و هوش رفتش. تنودی بودش اندر خانه سوزان. میان آن تنور آتش فروزان. Shahin goes on to describe how she throws Musa into the fire like a handful of esfand, a hallucinogenic incense burned by Persian communities to kill the evil eye. And of course, how baby Musa survives this whole ordeal. Then the Egyptians don't check in there, because that would be crazy. And somehow the baby Moshe survives the fire and goes on to become the savior of the Israelites. Now, putting babies in an oven is both horrifying and not exactly in the Torah. So where is this coming from? As we know, Shahin wanted to make the Torah more relatable for the Jews of his time by casting it as a Jewish national epic, quite like Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, the Persian national epic. To do this, he had to add to the stories in the Torah, and he's known for often adding Islamic stories as well as rabbinical tales called midrashim, which he may have heard elsewhere or even made up himself. The story of Moshe in the oven harkens back to a similar midrash about Nimrod throwing Abraham in an oven only for him to survive untouched, and the story of the three men from the book of Daniel who Nebuchadnezzar throws in an oven only for them all to survive untouched. You can see the various panels in this cartoon depicting the various parts of the story. Just like how Shahin's poetry shows us details about his Mongol, Persian, Jewish, Islamic life and environment in the early 1300s, the illustration with its dome architecture, scimitar, and pita bread shows us details about the cartoonist's Safavid, Persian, Jewish, Shia life and environment in the late 1600s. The question remains, why hasn't anyone turned Shahin's depictions of Moshe's wild adventures into modern-day cartoons?